Hey, what is going on, guys? Today, we are checking out a racing sim that is older than me. It is almost 22 years old. This is Live for Speed. It came out back in 2002. I was born in 2005. And it has just had a pretty big update from the developers. Actually, they've added a ton of new stuff. Today, though, I'm not really delving into that very much. I'm just going to be kind of telling you about Live for Speed, doing a little AI race with some of the default content in the game, and just kind of experiencing, if you will, this piece of sim racing history. So today, to try out this sim, we're going to be in this little cutie right here, this FC RX-7, but also not an FC RX-7. And we're going to be going around Blackwood, which is the default track we have here for free in Live for Speed. It's going to be a 7-lap race, and the AI is on the hardest difficulty. We're going to see how the sim stacks up in almost now 2024. So with all that being said, let's get now onto the track. And here we are. Now, the first thing you're going to immediately notice is that for a almost 22-year-old game, this looks surprisingly good. And I will admit to you, it's actually not horrendous looking for being 22 years old. It does need a little bit of, some post-processing, anti-aliasing going on, especially with the thinner, far-away details. But so far, I'm actually quite impressed with the looks of this game for its age. But we go now in our cute little Mazda RX-7s here. Got an AI on my inside there, squeezed him a little bit too hard, but Rubbin is racing. And I will admit to you immediately, as you can kind of see, the AI are definitely not bad. Of course, they're not fantastic compared to modern AI like iRacing or ACC. But they're still pretty damn good to race with. Now into the hardest braking zone on the circuit. Gonna roll it through here in third gear, get on the power. Could have got it on a little earlier there, but we will live and learn for future laps. And let's try to chase down the leaders now. So if you're looking into trying this game, it is free to download, and all of the stuff you're seeing here today is 100% free. If you do want some of the paid content, the highest tier is 36 euros or pounds, I believe, actually. So if that's worth it to you for a 22-year-old game, then of course be my guest, support the developers, as they did just put out a nice update for this game. But for me, at least today, I think that's a little steep. So we're just gonna be, again, just driving around here in this nice Mazda RX-7. We're in the slipstream now of the top two. The AI, the biggest thing that they're guilty of, and I mean, come on, this is a game from 2002. Pretty much all racing games, racing sims from 2002 are guilty of this. The AI are very train tracky. It is pretty much just one big game of follow the leader, unless they're right behind someone. But hopefully we can watch the AI put up a little bit of a defense today. As let's see here as we go up the hill. Maybe he's gonna cover that off there. Let's take a look down the inside. Maybe brake a little later than the AI. Try to hang with them here. Car's a little bit oversteer. It's fun to catch those slides though. And the force feedback is actually pretty damn communicative. Of course, it doesn't have a lot of the, granular detail that we have in modern racing sims, especially with like road feel and things like that. But I can tell when the car is oversteering. I can tell when it's understeering. I can feel the ABS. So it's actually, again, very impressive for its age. I'm sure it's been updated and tweaked as the years have gone on, but still, even from a game where its roots are in 2002, I think you really do need to be impressed, especially with the, other games that kind of came out around this time. You're looking at like NR 2003, of course, that's an oval sim, but, that force feedback, I would argue, is definitely not as communicative as Live for Speed's is. We do now have the slipstream from the yellow car in front. We did kind of cruise by the green car behind, which is very nice. Get on the brakes now. Oh, there you go. You can see that there. car also giving me, of course, the audio telling me I am very much understeering. The green car's coming back at me now, leaving me no space on the outside, but he does have the right to do it, and he is going to get the position back. Let's see, though, if I can chuck it up his inside again here. I will be on the outside for this next corner, though, so we will see what we can do. Don't really think I can outbrake him very much and drive around his outside. Let's try to do a little switchback move there. Beautiful stuff. That's what I'm saying, like the AI, oh, he just kind of driving into the side of me. Let's get this thing down to second. Whew. Maybe downshifted a little too early there, but we caught it. I know there are a lot of people in the sim racing community who grew up playing this game. As I said in the intro, this game is older than me. This game was 3 years old when I was born, and this is my first time really trying it these last few days. And I'm definitely, you know, have enjoyed my time with it. It's not going to be a sim I'll be constantly coming back to, but just the novelty of playing a piece of sim racing history like this, where it still looks pretty decent, it still drives pretty decent, and even in its free state, you do have some fun content to mess around with for an afternoon. I think it's definitely worth downloading. Again, it's free. You might as well try it out if you haven't. Let's see if we can catch up to this lead yellow car. We are at a nice little send on the green car there. So we're back up once again into P2. If you've been around my content for a while, you'll know that I always say that slower cars are a lot more fun to race than faster cars, and this thing's pretty damn fun to jockey around with the AI. I like catching those big slides. I like really having to truly think about where I'm getting on the power, where I'm braking, getting the most out of the brakes. And yeah, this has just been a ton of fun. I enjoy those kind of Mazda MX-5s and, you know, cars like this, and even how some like faster road cars, racing those. That's my kind of racing right there. The two other pieces of content you can try that you're not seeing in this video is a BMW Formula car, as well as a kind of Honda Civic looking front-wheel drive car. I decided to go with this one because it's a rear-wheel drive and, you know, wanted to catch the big slides. But I enjoy front-wheel drive cars. I have messed around with it, and it was quite fun. He's kind of cutting me off there. I do feel like I was entitled to that line, but once again, weaving all over the road. Oh, wow. I'm gonna have to go with a my bad on that one. I did kind of just absolutely send it down his inside. It's alright, though. We're still going. Downshift there, catch a little slide for funsies, and just let this car really do what it does through there. On the brakes here, you can get on the power pretty early, just don't want to go off the track there. Use all the curb on either side right here. This is definitely one of the trickier corners because it does kind of turn back on itself, so you really want to line it up properly and make sure that you're going to get one smooth line through those two corners. But anyway, 2 laps to go now. Let's see if I can start to pull away from the AI here. Down into 3rd gear. Rotate the car in. A little bit of understeer through there, but I also probably could have given it a tad bit more steering angle. Yeah, another thing I haven't really talked about with the force feedback is the curbs. You know, of course, again, there's better curbs in sim racing, but I can still definitely feel them through the wheel. And yeah, again, I'm very impressed with Live for Speed. It's pretty damn communicative. Of course, again, like I've said many times, it's definitely nothing, you know, amazing. It's not going to be anything you haven't felt before, but it's just fun. Like, it's just one of these older games, a piece of history in sim racing, and to have it be so good in a way is nice. You know, there's a ton of great older sims out there, but a lot of them are just kind of really dated in their force feedback, really dated in their looks, and it's like, it's fun to hop in and, you know, kind of look it up and be like, yep, that's cool, but there's nothing that really kind of makes you want to keep driving, and especially, I'm sure, if you bought at least a little bit of content in this game, you could definitely get some enjoyment out of it, even going into 2024. If you do want me to give you one fair warning, I am definitely not the quickest driver out there, and the AI, even on the hardest difficulty, are pretty easy to pull away from once you get ahead of them. So if you're a sim racing alien, just be prepared to be a little gamey with your driving, kind of, you know, let off on a few straights and take it easy through some corners to let the AI catch back up if you're looking to have some fun racing. But regardless, Live for Speed, woohoo, giving me a little bit of oversteer, almost drifting through the corner through this final little sector here as we get through, going up the hill for the final time, nail the throttle, beautifully done, and we will, of course, come across the line in P1. Very, very fun game. I know. I'm just the best, guys. What can I say? My adoring fans, they all sound about 8 years old. But yeah, Live for Speed. I really recommend you check this game out again. It's free. You might as well download. And even if you just do a race or two, it's still just a cool piece of history to try. And I have thoroughly enjoyed my time with it. And props to the developers for giving it such a big update this late in the game for this sim. Definitely a cool thing to see. But yeah, thank you guys for watching this video. If you did enjoy it, a like and a sub would mean a lot. And I'll see you all in the next one. Have a good one, guys.